correction. No, don't do
What?
that.
No, what do you mean correction?
It was pre, not post Raphaelism. Are you recording?
Forget. I'm not even. We're going forward. I'm
Are
not
you recording? Okay.
Yes.
Correction from last episode. It's pre, not
Is this
post.
what are those corrections
post-
called? Addendum or?
Errata? Errata?
What are you saying now?
Exotic?
Isn't there another word
I think
too?
it's called errata.
Something errata. maybe.
ERR. Errata.
Apparently, the hamster has something to say. Okay.
Errata is originally the plural of the singular Latin noun erratum. Like many such borrowed nouns, agenda, candelabra, it came by the... Just define it, jackass. Came by the mid-17th century. A list of errors or corrections to
I don't
be
think
made
that's the
in a-
word. Errata. It's just like there's usually
It's a list
some
of
other word
corrections.
too. There's like dis errata or something, or ad errata or something, or lim errata, or num.
We watch this one.
Okay, so
Neuter?
you're the unwary traveler, and you've happed upon the Overrated, Underrated podcast.
Errata synonyms? You want me to look up synonyms for errata?
I'm your host, Speck Rec.
It's
I'm here in the apartment
errata.
of one Shayan and
Correction.
Shannon,
Corrigenda?
and Michael is in the other room.
Corrigenda?
We're surrounded by hamsters, bunnies, and a flurry of furry beasts. Shayan and Shannon.
Can I just issue the correction, please?
I thought you were looking for the word for correction.
It's.
You have to have the word for
errata.
correction.
I don't know what else you want.
I think there's something else you gotta check, or maybe
All
errata
right, I'll look
addendum
up
or something.
synonyms. I'll look up synonyms.
Okay.
Correction and
Shan-
corrigenda.
Shayan
What
is-
did I come up?
Wandering the web, looking for a Latin phrase meaning a correction, something issued at the reissuing of a book. I think after the first one has been issued with the
What is it
correction.
called?
He's on a quest.
Newspaper correction? Like, there's a name for those.
Yeah, I think it's 2 Latin words. It's a.
What is it called?
I'm just starting to. This is their Snapchats are filled with pictures
Okay.
of
There's clarification.
furry rodents, which
There's
they
a-
call.
Nobody cares about your stupid.
What is
intro,
it?
dude.
What are they called?
Guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs. I call them hamsters.
They're not because they're not. They're not.
But I call them hamsters.
That's like how calling a Mac 10 an Uzi.
It's not like your normal like one cage thing. Let me describe for the listening audience what's going on here.
Can I do the thing?
There's a mattress in the middle of the floor,
It's temporary. It's
which
just
Shayan and Shannon are reclining on with no socks.
Do you wear socks?
Shayan has yeah, I always wear socks. It's
Yeah.
comfy. Wait.
Socks are
Jesus
doesn't
Christ,
matter.
your names are so similar. Shayan.
I'm Kevin. I don't know who you're talking.
Shayan has a sheet. Even
Yeah.
that word starts with an S. Shannon has a sheet. No, Shayan has a sheet.
Please stop.
Shannon has
This is
a pillow.
awful.
I'm setting
give me-
the mood. Okay, for the podcast listener. We failed in 2 outings. I don't think those 2
This is worse
were
than the other
publishing.
2.
We don't know. This is 3 minutes. We're in 3 minutes.
This is
Give it a
the
chance.
first one.
This is 3 minutes. The other ones were
3 minutes of
despicable.
trash.
The other ones were despicable. They're unpublishable.
2 was good. I like 2. 1 was awful. 1 was trash.
Okay.
2 was good. 2
The
was focused.
cage which they have the hamsters, the living quarters of the hamsters are the size of are bigger than the mattress, I would say.
I would say.
That's just one. There's like 3. Now, does that bunny have his own place? Is that why he thinks he's so like big time? Like, why does that bunny keep looking at me like he's better than
he's
me?
like Israel. He's
Yeah.
taking over this entire area.
The other bunny's Palestine, and it was here first, and it's brown. And then.
Are you guys
Israel's
versed? Are
white.
you guys versed enough in Palestinian history to have a podcast about it?
We don't have a podcast about it.
But to create one right now,
No.
because I am not.
I'm not.
I don't know anything about that
I
stuff.
just know like basic.
But wouldn't it be funnier if we
Overviews.
actually
I
did?
don't know, like,
We should
the
probably do a
dates.
podcast anyway about that
On
stuff
Palestine.
on Palestine.
That's uninteresting.
I personally am
That's a
saying
great way to get banned on YouTube, dude.
seriously.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If you support either
controversial.
side, that you get straight up banned.
But what if it's done in a
Demonetized
humorous
if they
manner?
deleted-
I've
No.
never heard of this. What are you
Because
talking
it's
about?
down low.
I thought you put everything on YouTube.
No.
People put like
YouTube
ultra
didn't.
right stuff.
No, you cannot anymore.
Well, this just happened like a year ago or something.
YouTube was taking down like gun channels and shit. And like this guy who used to.
Okay, but discussion.
This guy used to have a channel who used to legally synthesize explosives.
Wait, maybe we shouldn't be
And
talking
that's
about
correct.
banning YouTube banning. If
That's
No,
a
what
good
are
way
we-
to
what are we
get
gonna-
banned on YouTube
Yeah.
too.
To talk about YouTube banning.
Yeah.
They got like YouTube secret police and shit. It's crazy.
No, don't say that on my
No, the
podcast.
review dude, the report of the week.
No.
Yeah,
He
No.
got demonetized
he
on
made
a
he made a
chicken
video. He made a video
And it was
about
restricted.
Popeye's chicken. We watched it. Nothing. Like, it wasn't crazy. He wasn't like Heiling Hitler or anything. He just,
Don't say that. Now we can't say anything.
It's fine. Forget it. No one's listening to this shit.
Everybody's listening to
Everybody's
this.
listening to
Everybody's
Just
waiting.
said no one cares.
Alright. So he got one of his like, which is worse than demonetized. They put it in restricted, so it doesn't get recommended to people. It won't show up in subscriptions. You have to seek it. It won't show up in searches. You have to
But what
seek it
about
out
if you
manually.
in his channel?
You
On
have
his
to
channel,
seek
you
it
can
out
see.
manually. In
Well,
his
that's how I
channel.
watch his videos
But
anyway.
it doesn't come up in search if you search for like Popeyes or whatever. That's what he said. He said it got restricted for. Oh god, my finger's stuck. Never mind, I got it up. For
But I
no
mean,
reason.
his fame was kind of a. I mean, he has his fame though. He got it. Like anybody wants to find him,
Yeah,
they can
but
find him. Like there's
he's not gonna
You
get
don't
money out of
paid
it.
for the video.
Yeah.
that one video though. There's
Yeah,
like there's like other.
But it was
That's how he-
random.
that's
It
how
was
he makes
point.
his money.
It was just yeah. Each video makes some money. Like,
How
but
much money
it was
does he
for no
make?
reason.
How much
There
money
was
does he
no
make?
content in there that was like controversial.
How much money does he make off like his videos?
Probably a lot because that's all he does. Like he doesn't have a job.
No, but you have to do it daily to get ad revenue.
Yeah, he makes every couple.
But
days.
do you have any idea like $30, is
No
$100,
idea.
$1,000?
I don't- Probably good enough
For
that he's
what?
still alive.
Yeah, but he's not living. He's not paying us like mortgage off of this.
He's paying
It could just be.
something.
It could just be like extra
He's
money.
traveling around the country. He's like in,
How much money does
He's
he?
like
He goes on
Disneyland.
Amtrak.
which is expensive.
I know, but I'm
Have you
saying
ever
like
been on
if he doesn't have to pay for like his living, maybe just like this is the
went-
money he's
he
using
got
for
a-
the trip.
He got an Amtrak.
Like if he gets $600, he uses for the trip,
I don't know.
instead
I
of
don't
using
know,
it for
man.
rent or something.
But Amtrak,
He lives with
no,
his
it
family,
wasn't.
or
It
he
wasn't
did.
$600. He got a sweet cabin thing,
Well, maybe that's all. His,
Cabin
maybe he's
suite,
using all his money
which
for
is
the
like
show.
$1,000, way more than a plane ride. But I don't know.
Wait,
It
nobody
doesn't
knows
matter.
his real name. It's like John, right? No, but he's never said it.
He's reporter of the week, dude.
Yeah. Somebody was like a
Somebody said it
classmate
was-
with him or something, and was like, "Oh, his name is John." Or something.
Somebody said his name was Mama Masala.
Probably right. I don't know. I made lamb curry today. First time making like a real curry from scratch.
Shayan is a gourmet chef. No joke.
like it.
No joke.
Food
That's
that
not a
much.
joke. He had me go to. See, I'm not really, whatever. He made me go to a specialty shop or grocer.
It's called a butcher.
No, it wasn't a butcher. It was a grocery. There's like a ton of stuff there.
They have. I mean, butcher shops.
It was like I
always
thought
have
I was gonna go to like this nasty like place like 1940s like blood on the walls, but it's actually a really nice like place. And he made me get caribou meat, elk. He made me get elk meat, and I felt
Well,
so
I-
proud of myself.
I
I, felt
already-
like so sophisticated buying it. I was like, yes, $60, and he was $60, like $60.
60 or 80, I don't know.
I think it was
It was
$60.
way more expensive than I wanted it to be. but
And
that's all they
this
had.
this boy is like he's like a woman's dream. Like he's
The elk?
yeah, he's buying elk. The boy buys elk. The boy made me buy elk.
I had elk jerky one time.
I had
but-
turtle jerky and it was turtle jerky and it's disgusting. Terrible flavor.
I don't think I've ever had jerky.
Was it turtle or frog? I forgot. No, frog tasted good. Turtle was terrible. Snapping turtle. Awful little creatures. Awful little goblins. Terrible little gremlin.
Turtles.
Yeah, don't eat it. Snake was good though. I had viper or some shit.
Does it actually taste like chicken?
Well, it was jerky, so it was like heavily like flavored and marinated.
No.
So you can't. Kappa. Anyway, we're issuing a correction.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
After all that, that's the word you're gonna use.
There's clarification, which is when they
No.
have to add info.
Yeah, I know what a
There's
clarification.
correction, which
I
is
know
just
what
an
a
error,
correction
and then there's
is.
a retraction, which
I
is.
know what a retraction is.
No, you don't.
There's a
You
word.
told
It's
me
a
to look it
special
up.
phrase, Latin phrase.
Errata is, I think, what you're thinking of.
That's weak.
the only errata.
There's got to be an adarata or
Latin.
something. Adarata. Adarata.
Everything ad hoc.
Yeah, something there has to. There's always like in Latin. There's always like some extra thing like the.
It's
thing.
probably ad errata then. I don't know.
Wow.
But what does ad mean? It means
I don't know what's ad mean.
Two,
He's
right?
he's the statistician. He's the linguist.
ad means two, right? Like
In this
two
episode, Shannon is the
or
linguist.
Directed towards, right?
What are you talking about?
In
What does
Latin,
ad mean? Ad mean in Latin?
I think it
I
means
don't
like
remember.
it's a like it means directed towards like two or
You're out of bounds. You're
At-
not the linguist in this episode. Shannon
I think I
is
have
the linguist.
more linguists.
You're the
it's
journeyer.
just overall.
You're
I'm a
the
scientist.
researcher. He's the fact checker. I'm the narrator of this.
No, but I have a bunch of stuff on linguistics.
So you want to take his job?
You're
I'll
not the
take the
linguist,
linguist.
right?
Huh?
He can do the historical fact checking. I'll do the linguistics.
All right. Good. Okay, so we're all set. What are we
Cool.
looking for now?
No
Word
one
correction.
cares.
No,
You
not
are.
Everybody's waiting with bated breath to find out what the
Okay, Latin.
Latin for
I just
correction.
wanted to get food.
Oh yeah, you guys were gonna go. Well, I'm saying let's
Are you
take my
hungry
fan.
yet?
Dude, I can have like a snack.
It's
Okay, good,
1:40.
perfect. You just gotta consume something
Yes.
with it to be.
Yes, I can have like a sugary
Where the
snack.
fudge is Latin? Here,
Watch
Latin.
your mouth, son.
Sorry.
Oh,
Latin.
sorry. Should I not be loud?
Okay,
How
hold
are the
on.
neighbors here with sound?
I don't know.
They
They're
don't
loud.
hear.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't
Okay, add is a preposition, accusative, direction. Yeah, direction, towards, to, on. So that
So
was right, yeah.
towards.
It's directed.
Why are you
with-
right? I was the one who came up with the add thing. I said add to it.
No, but add. I don't think is actually part of it.
Yeah. So I was right because I didn't think I was right.
You weren't right.
I know. I didn't think I
No,
was
don't
right.
think- okay.
So I was right.
What is this weird? Flip?
This is the
That's turtle
challenger.
jerky.
But I don't know why we're talking about add though. Oh, you said add errata.
You're the one that wanted to work. We were worried about the post-Raphaelites were going to come get us or something, and you
It's
wanted.
pre-Raphael.
It's pre-Raphaelites.
Yeah, yeah. So that was.
So
the
those were the
correction
people
one.
before
Manners.
Raphael.
Manners.
Which I don't understand. Yeah, yeah, they were a reaction against mannerism.
So what did the
That
Mannerists?
part
What did the
was-
Mannerists do?
They just made more art that was slightly different. The
Hmm.
proportions were not human.
You
like, or
guys,
something. I
you
don't
guys listening out there?
know. They're a little more abstract. It wasn't quite.
It's not going to get any better than this.
It wasn't quite like impressionism, but it was a little deviated from like photorealistic.
But can you give me an example of a Mannerist?
I'll look it up. I don't know art. I'd like this. This
That
was something I had to look
really
up
stupid.
because I just
Huh?
remember
Wait,
reading.
what,
it.
Shannon?
What?
What'd you say? Punk? Huh? What'd
Yeah,
you
like look at this freaking weird
What is
ass
that?
baby.
Oh, okay. So they
That's a
were
messed up
they
baby.
were so these are the Mannerists.
Yeah, like their
They were
proportions were all
extending
messed.
proportions. Okay, now I'm starting to remember. Okay.
They're all messed.
And
Like
the
that
pre-
baby's all gooey and
And then you're
gross.
saying the pre-Raphaelites tried to make it more realistic.
They're like, no, this is stupid. We're gonna make better art.
Okay, so why did the Mannerists do that? It was so
Uh,
weird.
That's just the way. Why did the impressionists make wiggly wavy things?
Well, that was a huge like
Yeah, it's a
jump.
step. You have to go from
No,
real.
but that wasn't a step. That's the thing.
it was
They jumped all
Yeah,
of a
but you
sudden
have to
from
take steps-
crazy realistic to like
no,
because
because
it appears they couldn't
They
paint.
didn't go from.
I think
crazy,
they couldn't paint.
Yeah, no. They didn't go from crazy realistic though, because this was a step in between crazy realistic and then this weird distorted.
No, but
stuff
these
that-
are way before the time of. This is like
No,
300
yeah,
years
yeah, but it was-
before
yeah.
the Impressionists.
This was 17th century, so 1600s.
This is in a way different time. Oh, okay. So, here's the thing that I found out. Apparently, the Stegosaurus and like the Tyrannosaurus Rex did not live even at the same time. Like there was more time separating the Stegosaurus
Yeah,
and the
there's
Tyrannosaurus.
a lot of.
There's like they
dinosaurs.
were farther apart than us and the Tyrannosaurus. Like that's how far the differences were. But they're almost pictured together.
Because they're
I don't
both-
know what the
they're like the
Bronco-
two coolest.
They're not well.
There's like
Brontosaurus.
Jurassic, and that's one thing. Jurassic.
Have you seen
Park.
Jurassic Park?
Are
It's a
T-Rexes
movie. It's
from
a movie
Jurassic
about
Park?
dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's actually really inaccurate. A lot of dinosaurs had feathers.
That sounds gay. I
It
don't-
is.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
that's-
you've seen
Oh.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
No.
Okay.
I
So
heard,
shut up!
I heard of Jurassic World.
I
That's
watched
the
that
one.
too.
Oh wait. Oh no. Okay. Wait.
Is
so
it like
Jurassic
Mario
Park-
where there's like super
Smash.
Jurassic Park and then it's like
Jurassic
Jurassic World and then there's Jurassic Land and then
Yeah,
like Jurassic
pretty
6,
much.
We should go see
64,
Jurassic Park
Jurassic
to World
64,
tonight.
and then
The new movie? There's like
Jurassic
the sequel coming
Sunshine
out.
and then
It's
Jurassic.
probably gonna be shit.
We should go
Jurassic,
talk about
uh,
pre-Raphaelites at the screening of Jurassic World.
That'll be really gross.
Like
Jurassic,
everybody will, like
uh,
really loudly.
What is
Like a theater full of like
Mario
people on
Galaxy?
dates.
Is Mario
Like
Galaxy?
Friday night.
Is it Mario Galaxy?
Like Saturday night we should go to Jurassic World and have the
Is it
same
Mario
discussion
Galaxy?
about
Which
addendum.
one?
The one where he goes to space? Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Is that it?
I'm not gonna say Super Mario Brothers is overrated just because I didn't like playing it, but all these games to me, these were the games that made me not want to play Nintendo. Like Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Legend of Zelda, these three which are the cornerstones of Nintendo.
You didn't like those?
I did not. It was too hard for me. I'm not smart enough. It was like
You're not smart enough for Mario?
I'm not not good enough.
Oh.
Like I'm not like I get bored. Like
I had a 70 plus year old engineering teacher say, my son was playing Mario and I sat down and I wanted to play with him, but I couldn't. I was really bad at it, so I stayed up.
But I was
all
a
night.
kid. I was a kid. I just didn't. I couldn't
so
do
you
it.
have no excuse because this old Vietnamese.
No,
guy
but that's like my brother. My brother
beat
was
the
like
last boss in Mario.
like I guess it's just like I'm from the arcade generation.
He was so
or something.
persistent. He said I would stay up all night just playing it just to get better and like. And he's like a teacher.
No, yeah. I'm not saying I didn't spend a lot of time. I spent a lot of time with like.
He was telling us that story to
Metroid.
tell us this fucking study.
I mean, I think I
because
won
we always
beat
do
Metroid,
that.
but it wasn't fun anymore. It was like work.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of backtracking, and that's what kind of kills it for me. I
And
hate
Legend of Zelda 2,
backtracking.
I could tell it's like, but I can see why people like it, but it's just too hard for me.
The biggest problem with those games is like there's that one point where you just get stuck, and for like hours you don't know what to do. And
Which one, Zelda?
Zelda and Metroid both, I guess.
But now it's like now if I play a game,
you like miss a detail or something, and you're just stuck for like 2 hours not knowing what you're doing. But
Yeah.
now you got the
but
internet.
I would try. But see now I
before-
don't.
Before all this internet stuff, like
But also the thing is
You
like
have to buy,
I
like, a
enjoy
book.
watching. Like even now I prefer watching people play than playing with them. I don't care about the gameplay. I just care about what it looks like. Like other people might care about the gameplay,
yeah.
but I don't really care about the gameplay. I'm
It
just
depends.
as
I mean,
fun
yeah,
watching.
yeah, like something.
I tried to buy his book.
This has nothing to do with
His book is expensive. The synchronicity key.
I think colorizing black and white photographs is overrated. It always looks bad. Never looks good.
It makes
That's
it
true.
interesting. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Have you guys any of you seen that?
I heard of it.
The original
I've
Wizard
seen
of Oz.
their-
Wait,
yeah.
Shannon, you seen it?
Not the
Yeah.
new ones.
There is no new
There's
one.
some weird new ones with like Johnny Depp and
No,
shit.
that's not the one. The original Wizard of Oz. The
Yeah,
classic.
with the Dorothy and
You've
the
seen
black
it?
and white and the
Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
How about you, Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's seen that. It's-
No, you can't say that because every other movie I say, which everybody's seen, you're like Ghostbusters. I don't know what that is.
I've
The killing
heard of-
ghosts?
I've played. I've seen some.
I don't
parts
know.
of
That,
Ghost- I saw like 2/3 of.
right, so you
Ghostbusters.
can't say that. How can you say that? I've mentioned like 90 movies, and every single one you're like, no, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but this is.
This isn't like all the other movies. Like it's one of the movies everybody's seen.
This is everyone's forced to see this one.
Yes, because they showed it on TV, but there's a ton of movies
They
like
showed
that
it
which I
on
mentioned.
TNT back in the day.
I know, but every single movie is like Ghostbusters. They show it on TNT. Like they show it.
That's
how
why I've
I
seen 2/3 of Ghostbusters because they showed it on TNT or USA or whatever.
Okay. So Wizard of Oz. Well, the first time I saw it on TV, but I missed the first part of it, which is black and white. Now what happens is the movie becomes ultra great when you see all the characters appearing. Because if you watch it in the correct way, which is the way they had it planned out, first you see like all the characters, the lion,
The witch, the
you
wardrobe.
see all them in the black and white, and then you see it in the color.
Wait, why would they be black and white though?
The first part of it is black and white, where she's going around. She's like the school teacher or whatever is the witch. So you see all these characters in black
Isn't
and
that how
white.
it is?
That's how the movie is. But when I saw it, I didn't see that part. I didn't see the black and
Oh,
white part.
I thought you meant they intended it that way and then they edited it out or something.
No, if they had
Okay, yeah.
edited it the way I saw it,
Okay.
the movie was so much million times better because you have never seen any of these characters. So the end, when she does wake up, it's a complete surprise. You're like, oh,
Yeah, but
like
like-
the witch.
I think that whole like twist thing is like a more modern thing in movies.
But it was a twist when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like when other people saw it, they didn't see the twist. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's like the witch. But I'm like, that was the biggest
when did
editing
twists
error
in
ever.
movies become a thing? Have they always been there? Like it seems like a more relatively recent phenomenon.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. Lynn Picknett knows.
Did Hitchcock have twists? Or was
Yeah,
it
of
all
course.
just suspense? What were the twists in his movies?
Well, the mom is dead. That's one of the biggest.
Psycho?
Yeah, you think the mom is alive the whole time. And there's like two twists in that. Also, he's being the mother. You don't even know that.
Was that a twist
Norman?
though? I thought,
Yeah, Norman, because he's always talking to his mother, but he's never. He's always like,
Isn't
oh
she a
mother,
weird
like I'm
skeleton?
coming.
But don't you see that she's all skeleton weirdo?
At the very end, when he turns
Oh,
the
okay,
chair
yeah,
around.
I-
The whole time you think the mom's alive. And the other thing is, when the killing happens, you think it's the mom. Because they show him in silhouette, and he's wearing
as
the
a
clothes,
woman.
so that's
Okay.
two twists. Yeah, Hitchcock was cool. That's good.
Birds didn't have a
Like,
twist.
he was like
It was
Wilcox.
about birds.
That's another good movie.
There's no twist. Rear
Let's see if it
Window?
has a twist.
Hold on,
wait,
Rear Window.
wait.
What?
What?
He's saying if there's a twist or not. He's
It's
explaining.
No, he's just making motorcycle noises. You're mistaken.
Rear Window doesn't have a twist, but I love that movie. That's a movie I can keep watching. Have you seen Rope?
Vertigo.
Rope is good for
No.
like one viewing. The whole thing about Rope was that
What's that one?
It
where
was
a
all
car
filmed in
bomb-
one shot.
Car bomb goes off in Mexico.
that's
It's a very.
that's like, are you talking about this early stuff?
It's a really long tracking shot, and it goes.
No,
like,
that's
from the
not
border
Hitchcock.
from,
That's what's his name. That's
no,
the fat dude.
That's Hitchcock.
It's not. That's they showed that to us in film school. It's whatchamacallit. It's the fat dude.
Paul Prudhomme.
The fat dude.
John Popper.
The fat
From
dude.
the Blues Traveler.
The fat. Oh my gosh. How do you know his name?
Shannon loves it.
Shannon, you got to get him at the right spot.
What are you
Can't
talking
just
about?
mention he's not.
Can't
there.
just mention
You got to
Blues
get the
Traveler.
Pierce Morgan things to get Shannon. You can't just drop.
No,
him.
what was the one? It was a Hitchcock movie, I swear.
It's not Hitchcock. It's the
Long
fat dude.
tracking shot.
It's the fat. They showed it to us.
It goes to Mexico in a car bomb.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
I
the
don't know
fat
what that
dude.
is.
Shit.
It's the he wants to get foods.
Not yet.
Foodstuffs. It's. I don't think he's. I'm
I
not hungry.
swear
I,
it's
don't- I know
Hitchcock.
who you're talking about. It's not Hitchcock. It's what's his name? It's
Hitchcock is
Fat
fat.
Man. No.
Touch
yeah,
of
no,
Evil.
Yes, Touch of Evil. It's what's his name? Watch, you're gonna see right now.
Oh,
It's the fat.
Orson
dude.
Welles.
Yes,
Yeah,
Orson
okay.
Welles.
why did I think it was
I
Hitchcock?
only know
Because of car
about
bomb.
Orson Welles, the one movie with the red.
That's
sled.
the Rosebud thing.
King.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. That movie
No,
is
don't say
overrated.
it.
It's overrated. There's no the whole movie is like garbage, and then the very end
I
is like.
saw it. No, that's the beginning.
That's the end
He
of
said it in
it.
the beginning.
He whatever. That's the only
starts
good
with
part.
that.
No, when they throw away his thing, that's a twist. They throw away his thing. But the whole movie's garbage. It's
I
like
liked
shot
it.
well.
I-
I like
I-
Orson Welles.
I
but
was
think-
like, ooh, this can't be.
But what's the
that
name of that
good.
movie?
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
good.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. People talk Casablanca. Now we're not. This
I
is
haven't
the
seen it.
subject I'm talking about. Like Casablanca. Everyone says it's a great movie. Great movie. It's watching. It's so boring. It's like nothing.
See, that's what I expected because I heard Citizen Kane, great movie, great movie. I'm
Exactly.
Like, there's no way. I
This
can
is the
live up
point
to
of this
that.
podcast, folks.
but
We
then I
actually,
watched
after 3 episodes, we got it right.
But then I watched it,
It's
and then I was like, I like
nothing.
it. It was
Okay, but there's a
And I
ton of okay movies. It's like,
No, it
wait,
wasn't
why
okay.
do people
It
talk?
was
Oh,
engaging.
you're being biased though because of I think it's like when people say something is great, you're more likely to be like,
No, because
oh well, I guess there's something great in there. And there. But there's like so many
no,
other
but then
movies.
I
You thought you
dislike-
like Casablanca? Like
I've
it's a
never seen it, I haven't
romance.
seen it.
Wait, what were we talking about then?
Citizen Kane.
Oh,
I like the historical aspect of it.
of what?
Of
Citizen Kane.
Casablanca. Citizen Kane was
Citizen
kind
Kane
of
is a very
Casablanca,
interesting
but okay, but does it
engaging.
deserve like? It's like the thing is like I want to make my own decision of what's great and what's not. I don't want like
I mean, I don't greatest movie of
like
all
they
time.
every time you watch like a Academy Awards show or something, they will show like
Yeah, most of that
40
shit's
clips,
trash
50
anyway.
clips. But those are the clips they keep showing. They keep showing, and so people think, oh, this must be great. Like Citizen Kane, like they show it just because they show it. Yeah, it may be a well-made movie, but do I like it? No.
No,
And-
the
or like
Academy Awards-
Well,
Casablanca.
that's just all about the cinematography. It's nothing about.
It is about the cinema. He was a
like it.
master cinematographer, but I'm saying the movie itself, like
Oh,
why
wait, for what?
Orson Welles. He was like
Yeah, but he was
Kubrick.
not just cinematography.
No, but I'm saying
His
as far as
writing
what
was
I like
good.
about the movie, it's like I'm supposed to relate to this wealthy, like of course I do relate to the wealthiness of the newspaper,
but
but the newspaper guy,
dumb.
like, for example, they'll show something
No, but
and like
that's
when
not
you're
the
in high
whole
school,
point. I mean-
you're getting like bullied by gangsters, and then you go into class and you see like a movie about like the Dust Bowl or something, and you're supposed to relate to it somehow. It's like
You're not
it's like,
supposed to relate to it. That's not the point.
they show like things.
You're not supposed to relate to like historical.
Okay, but you're asking too much of a kid who's going through like puberty and like getting like he hates his life, and you're asking him to relate to like maybe when I'm 40
Right,
or
but
50 I can
don't
sit
think
and
you're
relate
supposed
to.
relate. It's not one of those things you're supposed to.
Well,
relate
why do they
to.
show it that to
Because
us?
it's like a
Like you know what they show movie they show?
like you're not supposed to relate to Lawrence of Arabia. Like you're not.
Yeah,
supposed to
exactly. It's
relate to
another
him.
movie.
It's an
Overrated.
epic. No, get out of here.
Overrated.
Stop.
Oh, this is what
I think you just don't like long movies.
I love good movies. Like
Long
I
movies.
can watch like a 3-hour movie like Malcolm X, and every scene is
Malcolm
good.
X is not good.
Oh, I know what movie you
I've
don't
never
like.
seen
I know
it.
a movie you
Same
don't
thing.
like, or I think you don't like.
What?
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, how come you don't? I think that's good movie. Not
Forget
overrated.
about
That's
it.
a great.
I don't want to talk
Are you like Italian racist or
I'm
something?
an Italian.
There's one scene I must discuss in that movie, which strikes me as fake. It's the scene where John Turturro, whatever his name, Turturro, the turtle,
The
Tortuga.
guy from
Yeah, that guy.
Barton Fink.
He's going up against Spike Lee, and he's saying,
Barton Fink, underrated.
It's what it is. It's good. It's a good movie, but I think it's an underground movie. There's no like. It's what you would get from an indie movie. It's like
No, it's not. It's
Oh, you know a
Coen
movie I've never
Brothers.
seen, which everybody
Isn't it
talks
Coen
about.
Brothers?
Which
Which are super mainstream. They make big. They
I
make
need
George
to
Clooney
remember this.
movies.
George Clooney's in all his movies. No, they
he's-
like each
and-
other.
Yeah, they're mainstream. Like I wouldn't call them underground indie. Well, I
No, but
guess
they're
their earlier
indie.
stuff. I
For
guess.
some reason, they're like that movie's not like a movie.
Big Lebowski
that's
was
not
a
a.
pretty
It's
big-
not Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but like Big Lebowski.
Like I've never seen that. That's a movie
You've never
everybody.
seen that?
I've never
I've
seen.
seen
I
it
refuse
20
to see
times.
it. I
It's
can't.
I like it because it's got the same, like I don't know. It's like Slacker. Where it's
I
just
can't.
people talking.
It's not like Slack.
No,
I
it's-
love Slacker.
yeah,
We
okay.
both agree on is
Okay.
is ultra.
You want to watch it? I
Have
bought
you
it-
seen Slacker? Oh,
No,
he has to
no,
have seen it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I streamed it. He's never watched it.
Do you
I'd
watch
probably watch
movies?
it if you did stream it, but I probably wasn't paying attention.
Do you watch movies, Shannon?
I bought a
No,
VCR
not
just.
at
to
all.
watch
let me clue the audience here, the listening audience on something. You might think Shayan is weird, but we're going to whole new levels of weirdness when we reach the east coast of this mattress and we reach Shannon.
That
This
would
is
be
the
the
West
West
Coast.
Coast. Well,
It
your
depends
face-
on which
Yeah.
that side of the mattress. This
no,
is
I mean,
this
the
is
sun
like
rises on that
here
side,
is
so
like-
this is the west.
usually usually
No, I don't
people.
think so.
Because during the sun, the sun doesn't shine.
Whatever. That side of once you reach
Yeah.
that side of the mattress, I have no idea how to like. It's like beyond
Oh,
weird in a good way.
I know eigenvalues and eigenvectors.
Hmm?
I thought it.
I agree.
Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
It's
thought
like
you
I
were talking about
cannot like your mind is in a like
You're
Shine
like-
is in the middle. Like I can still reach him. Your mind is in such a weird place that I can hardly access it. Like I'm trying to access it, but I never know what he's gonna laugh at, what is gonna amuse him, what is going to anger him, what is going to perturb him. You never know. Shannon is a mystical
Well,
creature.
I think it's just because I've spent like countless hours with you,
Examining
and he's
him.
never like around.
No, but I can talk with you. Like I can understand. He is like
Right, but if he spent
Like a
like
genius.
hours a day at Tokyo every day, like not every day, but like 3 days a
Like,
week.
if you
I've
had a
been with
job
him.
at
I
Tokyo
don't-
and
I
you hung
cannot-
out,
huh?
You would probably know each other better.
Yeah, like
you are so weird that I cannot penetrate the weirdness. Like I cannot.
he's not though. Like I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is. You see this mattress here? This is the mattress of weird.
I think
Because
you
people think
overstate how weird
people
I
think
am,
I'm
too.
weird. People think I'm weird,
Well, you
but they
look
haven't even
weird.
gotten to Shayan yet.
Well, because you look weird.
Well,
You're like
no,
bowling.
but I am. I'm not.
You're shaped like a bowling pin.
Actually, well, okay. Let's come on.
Your
Let's,
shirt
can we not
says
insult?
Astro
Yeah,
Boy.
Can we not
Well-
insult Speck's weight issue? Weight
the one wearing
problem?
the-
I'm not
Astro
your
Bowl
weight. I'm just
shirt.
saying your
All right.
shape. You can be
People.
bowling pin shaped.
People,
and not fat.
please, let's be civil. Let's be civil about this. We're all gentlemen. We're all civilized people here, having a discussion, gentlemanly discussion.
All right, no, let's get back to the topic.
Like he has a controller in his hand, but he's not.
He's not in control.
He's not playing. Right? Or are you playing?
Well, he's just changing the like
I
video.
changed the videos.
It's like a remote.
Here's words that describe Shannon: indecipherable, impenetrable.
Magnanimous.
No, there's another one.
I am the penetration.
Benevolent.
He's not a ruler or dictator.
You
Okay.
don't know that.
He's. What's the word I was looking for?
Magnanimous.
No. You keep mixing me up. Stop saying that. There's a word. I wouldn't say obtuse because that's kind of a negative.
I'm not
content.
fat, dude.
Acute.
No,
The opposite.
you're acute. You're acute. I'm. You're
bowling-
blocking the mic.
bowling pin.
What is the word? No, I just had it.
Coriander.
When something is opaque.
Esoteric.
When something is opaque. He could be esoteric. Well, he's not like an artifact.
Transparent. Got it.
He's not transparent.
Reverse transparent.
Oblique.
Oblique. Yeah.
Oblique.
That's
He's
it.
oblique. And that's what I have to say about Shannon.
Oh, JFK. Yeah, I got him.
Ooh, I saw a good documentary on him.
I haven't.
The very
me.
recent
Not
one.
me. Not
Let's
me.
get into JFK. We all know JFK. All these good subjects we're skipping from
JFK
pre-Raphaelites.
assassination.
Yes.
Overrated. I don't care.
I
Don't
understand.
hate-
I
The guy
appreciate your.
shot in the head. That's
I
not interesting.
appreciate your. You're dealing with this issue as it is one of the most talked about conspiracy theories.
Boring.
I get it, but there's a recent documentary on YouTube which I
Oh.
highly recommend, which
On
I
YouTube.
made my dad watch. Yes.
Your dad doesn't give a shit.
This is the thing that people were missing. about the Kennedy assassination. First of all,
EOTech.
there was there was a bunch of assassins, but they were all missing the shots. There's a bunch of missed shots. The shot that actually did hit him came from where, folks? Ellipsis. The gutter.
Oh.
The gutter. There was two guys in the gutter. Right when you see now they're doing all these like weird things where because the driver the driver was in on it because he slowed down, but he wasn't the guy who shoots him. He looks back to make sure he got shot in the head, but it actually came from the gutter. Now here's the weird thing. That's not the weird thing. First of all, that's the thing that people didn't know. Second thing people didn't know was that there was a police officer who was nicknamed
John Podesta.
JFK, who was shot the same exact day as JFK, the actual JFK. Now, why did they call this police officer JFK? Because he bore an uncanny resemblance to the actual JFK. Why did they shoot this police officer? They shot this police officer because he was going to be the fake body used to perform surgery on. Because they switched the bodies. The Kennedy.
I think you're just thinking of that movie with.
No, see that's the thing. JFK.
Stop, hold up.
Oliver Stone took the movie to. They took it to one, but they were missing it.
No.
They were missing it.
Shut up. Nobody cares about Oliver Stone. That guy's a jackass.
No, but this is new info. This is like recent 5 years they found this out. That the bodies were switched in the airplanes.
No.
There was 2 airplanes that went to Washington D.C. with bodies.
No. You're thinking of John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in Face Off. This is the movie Face Off.
I
switch the faces, and then he goes to jail.
I told you never mention that movie, or I'll kill
Shannon's
you.
gonna
I told you. This is. That's how people are killed. That's how cousins in Florida are killed. Okay.
That's
alligators.
Yeah, so basically, you just watched the movie Face Off, and you thought it was the assassination of JFK.
That movie has the worst speedboat chase.
All the action scenes
ever.
are boring. I mean, all action scenes are.
That's
boring.
90% action
but
scenes.
everything else is great.
You only like the. You're such a pervert. You act like you're not a pervert. The only good part in that movie is when he's gonna have sex with the daughter.
What? No, the wife. He has sex with the wife.
No, but he goes in the daughter's room, and everybody in the theater, I remember, was like, "Oh my gosh, this is not gonna," because he was pretending like he was John. Wait, John Travolta's.
Nicolas Cage is John Travolta. John Travolta is Nicolas Cage. John Travolta is the FBI guy or whatever.
He's a good guy.
Nicolas
he goes
Cage,
into the body of John Travolta.
Pre-Face Off. Nicolas Cage is a terrorist.
I'm a terrorist.
Pre-movie?
Castor Troy. Pre-Face Off. When the faces are off.
Whatever, but the skeezy part is when he goes into the daughter's room and he's
John
about
Travolta
to.
at that point is Nicolas Cage, or Nicolas Cage is John Travolta at that point. It's a good movie.
I was watching that movie in the theater, and I could not.
Or Ang Lee, I always get them mixed up.
It's similar to the pod race scene in episode 1. It's like that.
I don't like that scene.
I didn't like any of it.
Let me say something. I hated it too, but one thing, kids loved it.
I
kids,
I
a
was
lot
a
of
kid
kids.
when I saw
You were
it.
not a
I
kid. You've
hated
never
it.
been a kid.
Okay,
Okay,
I've
fine.
never been a kid.
No, but a lot of kids did like, and the other thing was the excitement was
No,
there,
kids
like the
did
whole
like
marketing,
When we were kids.
the marketing
yeah,
thing.
we were kids when it came out.
But the marketing, but there were smaller kids than you.
No, we were tiny.
No, we were literally.
Well, then you were too young.
We were
You were too young.
It
You
was
were at the wrong
children.
age.
No, because it was boring. It was like
I agree.
No, half
But
of it
watch
was,
it now.
No,
it's
no.
like a good,
For a
fun
kid.
movie.
No, for a kid
You can
it
make
was
fun
even
of a lot
boring.
of things in
Because
it.
it starts with people, some weird, like, they were talking about, like, trade.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Or trade.
I agree. I hated
embargoes.
it when I saw it. But at the same time, I had a little brother and he loved it.
No,
And
but
so,
we were the little brother at that point, and we hate trade embargoes.
I
We
know.
don't care about, like,
it's
alliances.
but watch.
We don't care about senates.
But it is aged awesomely.
No, it
because you
isn't.
can watch
It's
it now. It's
terrible.
hilarious to watch. You can put that movie on.
And
I
I
would
saw-
rather have that movie on than any new Star Wars movie because that movie has like
I
at
don't
least
like
it's got
Star
funny
Wars
things
anyway.
to it.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so-
It's irrelevant.
Jar Jar. Jar Jar has become hilarious. He's genius. It's George Lucas' genius. He created something so bad with $1 billion budget, but it's hilarious to hear Jar Jar talk like a slave now. You cannot not laugh when it's Misa, like every single thing he
does
says.
sound like Masa.
Yes, that was the whole point. Everybody in the theater knew it except for George Lucas. Everybody is like, this is slave talk. He's talking like a slave.
Isn't he
Like-
married to a black woman now?
Yes.
That's weird.
That is weird.
She
That's
didn't
ultra
think, like,
weird.
Hey, George, that's
He's got
weird.
$1 zillion. He can have any sort of sex he wants. Nobody will say anything about it. Like he can do anything, and he picks this like chubby black woman. Like I don't get it. Like
But like, why
is he an angel? Is he like an angel? Like is he blind? See that's the thing. Is he blind to? I don't know.
Are you saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, why did he marry a black woman? Like I don't like because he was blinded by love or something.
Wasn't he married to a normal woman? I mean,
He's a
white woman?
zillionaire.
No,
He's the
wasn't-
richest, one of the richest.
Didn't he have
Like,
a wife?
but he's not just like rich, like bank rich. He's rich, like cool rich. He's not. He's like both riches. He's like rich,
No.
but he's also like he
No,
also created
no,
something
hold up,
great.
hold up. Wasn't he married to a
What a
white woman?
waste.
Shut up. Wasn't he married to a white woman during the first Star Wars movies?
I don't know what he was married to.
Who cares?
Well, I care because it's like
I think
that's
divorced.
so weird that he could like.
Who he's married?
I do not know.
It's just weird because like. I mean, I understand like you can't buy like love, so maybe he's in love with her, but visually he could probably.
He just wants that fat ass.
That's true.
I think there should be an interview with him about solely on why he married a black woman.
That doesn't-
Why not?
Why?
Ladies and gentlemen,
What?
with all due respect to the black race, I mean, if you're into black women, fine. A
lot of people are.
a lot of people are attracted to black women. I'm
Yeah,
not.
sure.
I'm 100%
men,
not.
so-
I'm 100% not. But I'm saying like there's also like maybe that's his thing, but he didn't have a black woman. If that was his thing, he didn't have a black woman in 19. Let me tell you another thing. In Star Wars, when I
You can
first
have multiple preferences
Star
that are
Wars,
conflicting. Like
huh?
you can have multiple conflicting
Like
preferences.
you can like white and dark chocolate.
No,
You can't actually.
it's
They're too
physically
different,
impossible.
yeah.
You like
That is racist. White
How's that
chocolate.
racist?
White
Because,
chocolate
like,
is
whoa.
racist.
White
White
chocolate's
chocolate
not
is
even
White
racist.
chocolate's not even
That's
chocolate.
bullshit.
I think they created white chocolate because they couldn't deal with something good being brown,
White chocolate is literally affirmative action for chocolate and the color white. Like
and it tastes
What does that
disgusting.
mean?
it's okay.
It tastes like bad milk.
yeah.
That's what-
Some people like it, but then again, at the same time, you don't want to go all the way the other round because dark chocolate is disgusting by
No,
itself.
dark chocolate's amazing.
Okay, let's by itself
Yeah.
with like other
No,
things with
it's on
cookies.
its own, it's fine.
People who eat, I can't even talk to you anymore.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, Scott. You want to talk about dark chocolate? Scott has nothing in his cupboards. Okay,
Didn't you say he had-
absolutely nothing.
He had like one thing in his
He had Arm and Hammer.
Arm and Hammer. There we go.
He has beer for his friend that comes over, like weird imported beer, and that's
stop,
it.
stop.
He's got one, but he's got. I was like so hungry, right? I was like, just give me. I just need something. I was desperate. I was seriously desperate. And the only thing he has is this thing of like weird, dark.
Wheat.
He has one thing of cacao powder, just the powder.
Why?
He loves it.
He just eats it? With a spoon?
That's it. That's the only. He doesn't have any coffee. He doesn't have any soda. He doesn't have any juice,
He eats it with
milk.
a spoon?
I don't know how he eats it. He just said he loves it, and I keep telling. I think he's joking, but
Does he
no, he
bake?
really does, huh?
Does he bake? Like cake?
He has nothing in his household for food.
What does he do?
He just has one packet of cacao powder, and then this is another pot. I already did this part, but I'm just relating to other people like what's going on in this household.
Sure.
So he has this packet of dark chocolate, and I'm like, I'm just starving. I just have to have something.
Yeah.
It is the most bitter, vile, like
What percent was
hardcore. I don't know. It had a percentage on it, but it must have been like a lot because I couldn't. It was just bitterness. It was like eating like bitter. It was no chocolate in it. And I'm like, and I keep telling him, how do you eat that?
Because I don't like sweet stuff. So like dark chocolate is.
I
more-
can understand a little bit of bitterness, but to have it
It's not that bitter. Like it's not as bitter as coffee or like a beer.
I mean, our tastes are different
Or
because like I
some
see like the
bitter
stuff you
tea.
cook, like I'm like, it's not my thing. Like you cook like stuff with a lot of like, I think you have a French style.
Oh yeah, I really like French.
Like you like French sauces. Like I'm not a big sauce fan, like on stuff. So I like fried foods. You know,
I fried fries.
I like the nigga foods. What can I say? I like fast food. You know, I don't eat fried chicken anymore because but I kind of do because I've started eating McNuggets again. What's the thing you talked about McNuggets? You said something. Did you say something about McNuggets?
No.
The make-
Not tonight, but
Oh.
Like- no. Who said something about McNuggets?
in
Maybe
what
we're gonna talk
context?
about
Good,
McNuggets.
bad, informative. What was it?
Oh, by the way, the Wendy's thing.
Nuggets.
They used to have amazing tenders.
Uh,
They used to. No. Now it's garbage.
tenders?
Yeah, it was like these
The
strips.
strips.
They call strips. They call them
Yeah.
strips.
I don't remember.
They
that at
used to
all.
have amazing strips, and it was back when they still had the honey barbecue sauce. And once they took that away, then it started going downhill after that.
We gotta get chicken tenders.
You guys are more chicken tenders fan than McNuggets fans, I take it.
McNuggets, I'm not a fan.
I see. I love McNuggets.
I like the old Burger King, not the current ones, but the old Burger King.
Yeah, I think it's
Tenders
crazy that
today, or nuggets?
Burger King now has things called nuggets, and McDonald's now has things called tenders. It's like the world has gone
Yeah, well, McDonald's
topsy
has
turvy.
both. Burger King only has the one, I think. I don't.
No, it's got nuggets.
They only have.
Oh, now they don't have tenders.
And chicken fries, I guess.
Those
the
are
tenders
bad.
were good though.
The tenders, you really like the tenders, but I was just like, oh, whatever on the
Though
tenders.
the crown for the kids, it was crown shaped.
Oh, I
for
never
the
had
adults, it was
crowns.
like this
The long.
wavy oblong.
Wavy? I never had
It
that.
was like
I never
it was
had
just
that.
kind of like that.
I just had the long ones.
Yeah, they were.
Suddenly this has become report of the week now.
Burger
You know he only eats one meal a day?
Really?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because I'm an avid watcher of his.
Okay.
He said it. He said because people asked him like, how do you?
It was wavy. Look.
Oh, you're talking about those kind of waves.
Yeah, it was
I
like-
thought you meant because the way you said, I thought the shape was like a wave.
No. These
I
were
wouldn't.
good.
That's
Why
not
don't
the
they
first
have
thing I would
them?
notice about
They
them.
don't
See,
have-
that's the weird thing. Like that's the
Okay,
first thing you
look,
notice
hold on.
about that.
No, they
That's
still
like a
have
black man's
They
hair.
still have tenders. They just call the chicken nuggets tenders.
Yeah, but you know
That's
these things, they're
That's fucked.
like, you kind of get sick after like about the 9th one.
For Burger King or
Burger King, like it's like something weird. They're like
McDonald's, I guess.
they're knockoff, but the thing is, McDonald's does cheap food, like cheap feeling food. Like when I eat a McNugget, I feel like it's like
I think I like
plastic,
the
but
Burger
it's
King
good.
one more than the McNugget just has no flavor. Like it's just
what?
It's just such a bland.
See, that's
flavor.
why I'm blacker than you.
You need the dipping sauce, otherwise it's pointless.
Well, I mean,
You
the
gotta
Burger
have
King tenders start tasting like water after a few of them.
I love
They-
water.
I'm not a big fan of water.
I
I
love
only started drinking water recently when
Nice.
when the doctor said it.
Water underrated. Very. Very
Well, I gotta say overrated on
Sure.
that. I don't drink water. I drink it because I have to now. I'm used to it. For
Shut up,
years,
pussy.
I never, for years I never had a cup of water.
Shut
Like,
up,
Well,
pussy.
that's your personal preference.
That's because you're.
How does it have to do with whether it's
See, let me.
overrated or overrated?
I can never. Well, the thing is, I don't know what.
There's a
You
way
never
can-
know when Shannon is gonna make a statement. Here's the other thing about Shannon. We could talk about it for 3 hours, and you never know where he's gonna
dodging the
insert it.
topic, dude.
What, the overrated? That's because I don't know, because
That's
we
what
gotta
the
go.
channel's about.
Okay, yeah, but then we have to, it's like a tributary. You gotta go through different ones and then you go back to the subject. Okay, we didn't talk about music. I'm kind of sick of music, actually, talking about music. Because I've talked with music with so many.
That's also diverging from the topic. We're not talking about music anymore.
No, but the overrated, because originally it was just a music show. And then all the many people who watched the show started to come, no.
Man, bring back
I can't
the
even lie.
old
I can't even
chicken
joke that
nuggets.
people listen to this. The lantern, alcohol.
Bring
Alright.
back the old nuggets.
Wait, okay, what other bands do you listen? Well, I don't want to talk about bands, right? Forget bands.
We're gonna talk
We're
about.
off bands. No, but if we go down, then you can get your. Well, I don't know if you're going to.
Just look at those. Come on.
Do you know how far that is from me right now? Oh
3
yeah,
steps.
it's like
Maybe,
it's
maybe
too late for
four,
music.
Maybe 4 steps.
it's too late for
It's
music.
not.
It's too late for music.
It's too
Let's
late
see.
for-
I already know what's in your iPod. Let me think.
You got to
No,
like
I don't.
S or something.
How
or T?
keeps their iPod in their car? Why?
So I can listen to it.
You listen to
No,
headphones on
right.
your car? Huh?
No.
You plug it into the stereo.
In your MR2,
Yeah.
there's a thing.
Yeah, it's got a new stereo.
New stereo. Okay.
I need to get an audio jack.
He needs to get an MR2. My friend crashed his
Mr.
MR2
Two.
today.
You have know another person with MR2?
Yeah, mine's a 1st gen. He had a 3rd gen. Some Nissan hit him and he swerved off the road and slammed into something and now it's totaled.
Effing Nissans, man.
Nissan
Taking
Sentra.
over the world. Wait, why do you have? Oh, that's what's your boy? It's the boy.
Boy
one.
George.
All right.
What if Boy George was straight? Let's talk about.
Is he?
alternate-
He's gay, I think.
He's gay, yeah. But would
I thought he was so
would
weird.
he-
I
would
hated
he
all
have
that
the
weird
same
stuff when I was growing up,
Karma Chameleon.
like Cyndi Lauper and stuff. I didn't like that look. I still kind of don't. It's
Yeah,
too much.
Kind of ugly. It's tacky.
Same.
I don't know, but the thing is, I've never. I didn't know Shannon was gonna say something. You never know when he's gonna insert.
What did he say?
He said sane. Like we could talk about 30 things, and you never know when he's the surprise nugget that pops up. Like,
Squidward underrated.
well, what is this?
overrated.
What are you watching? This is really bad.
I don't know. It's stupid.
What? Why, Shannon?
To irritate you.
Can we talk about this dude that cried, like a grown man that cried?
Are you talking about me?
No.
I
You
haven't
cried?
cried. No, I haven't cried.
I,
I haven't cried since my Lyft ride one time. But that's
what?
Lyft made me cry.
How?
I just got so depressed. I was like, I'm crying right now. I'm in the middle of South Central LA driving Lyft. What am I doing here?
You cried? Those.
I started crying.
That's recent too.
Yeah, but I don't cry. See, that's the thing. I haven't cried. I may have not have cried for years, and all of a sudden, like, the Lyft job made me cry. I was like, I can't do this.
So you stopped?
No, I'm still doing it. But like I try to avoid everything. I don't want to be in the shop, and I don't want to do Lyft. I just want to be here.
You want to be at my
I just want to be here, right
Pay me
here.
and you can be here.
How much do I have to pay you? I'll be here.
$8 an hour.
What? Yeah, I can do that. How much? That's 24 hours. 24 times 8.
No, that's fine. 8 hour max. You can't do overtime.
Oh, this is good for me.
What?
Oh, so I can only be here for 8 hours.
It's like a job, but you pay me instead.
It's kind of like taking music backwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of me being there, you're here. But
So
I'm
8 times
paid
8
still.
is $64 a day.
What the fuck is this?
So I'll be paying $64
What is
rent.
this pedophile shit?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. What were you saying before I start interrupting? Oh, the guy who cried.
Yeah, he cried. What a fucking
The
pussy.
boy who cried.
He was in our group for fucking my design class.
I think the design class.
I don't give a shit about this guy. I've heard this story.
It's like engineering designer designing a processor. And dude's a huge pussy, and he like didn't. So I'm like, it's Friday. I don't fucking want to be there. I'm just sitting there, just doing nothing. And he's like, hey, can you get to work? I was like, dude, we only have 50 minutes of class. Like, there's not enough time for me to even like boot up a computer and get anything done. I'm just gonna sit here and just go home. Like, I'm not gonna stay here after class. So I leave, and then like halfway through the day, he's like, oh, this thing's due today. And I'm like, well, I can't come in. It's too late. And then he gets sassy and shit. And he sends fucking like a shrugging emoji. Next day, Saturday, I have a lab on fucking Saturday morning, or I did. And he's like, hey, we're gonna have a meeting in the next room over. So we go to the next room over, and there's nobody in there. And he makes us sit in a circle with the project managers. And he's like, all right, we're gonna talk about one by one. And he like starts monologuing about how the group has no motivation and stuff. And he's like on the verge of tears, and he's like, his voice is doing that thing. And I'm like, what are you? What are you doing? You're a grown adult. What is this? And I start yelling at him when he gets even sadder.
You do have an ability to make people cry, though. Like, you can easily make me cry.
What?
Like, you have sharp shards of like, you can like make.
No, but this was even
cry.
before I even started talking. He went first.
You can
And
probably
at
make
that
people cry
point,
just
he was
by.
already, like gonna cry. So then me and my friend who was in that group, we just make fun of him endlessly now.
You're making Albert Einstein cry.
This guy's a jackass. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
This guy's neutral.
And I said to myself, why couldn't he finish it?
Cause he's a
Hey, stop bogarting on our podcast.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
His mother,
Tennis Shinbo.
can he finish this problem? So, as a child of 8, I decided to find out what was this problem.
Who gives a shit? Who's this jackass?
I began to realize
It's the guy who cried.
the theory of everything. The unified field theory.
Wow.
An equation that would summarize all the physical forces in the universe.
Is this YouTube?
An equation like E equals mc squared. That
Oh, okay.
Doesn't-
You guys are masters at this.
What?
wants a secret
E equals mc squared.
Why do this
Okay.
Overrated equation.
Overrated.
galaxy light
What about you, Shan?
energy on the
Shan,
Way
go.
overrated.
It's just an equation.
So it's overrated.
Yeah.
As far as, okay. Do you want to explain what it means?
It's just relating
in one
energy
sentence?
to energy to
equals
matter.
mass times the.
Why is it talked about so much?
Who fucking knows?
It's a big deal to physicists.
Yeah, but so is everything else.
Wait,
Quote it.
so Shannon, it's not overrated?
No.
It
it's
is
just-
overrated.
It's just an equation, dude.
So it's
No,
properly
rated.
rated according to Shannon.
No, it isn't. It is not.
Well, you're saying it's overrated then.
It's way overrated. People just
They like mentioning it. There's a
Yeah.
ring to it.
like it's 3 letters, like 3 digits.
Albert
and a-
Einstein, overrated or underrated?
I think.
But you're not really into that field.
I don't like physics. Is for like autistic people,
Huh?
like literal like people with autism.
What about autism? You go into autism a lot.
Well,
You have
I'm
a
surrounded by
fixation.
them.
You
wait.
actually are. You do this to yourself.
Physics is like horrible pig children go into physics. Pig children. Like squealing pig children. Like if you go to a physics department, that's what you're gonna find.
You don't like the physics?
No. Physics and aerospace engineering. That's where all the pig children go.
Wait, didn't Shannon go into physics?
No.
Wait, what is Shannon?
I'm a chemist. I know how to make meth and stuff.
Chemistry is what people who really like Breaking Bad went into.
But you're not into drugs. I don't.
No,
think.
but
There's a
like,
game
like
that teaches
great-
kids how to make meth.
I want to make meth.
Somebody told me about that. You can literally have to go through the steps to make meth in the game.
It's not,
That's not
a very
hard to
hard
find. You can
process.
find
Yeah, but it's in a video game for kids.
For kids?
You can get it at GameStop.
What game is it?
I don't remember.
Meth Maker?
Huh?
Meth Maker?
But it's one of the things you have to have to learn how to do it in order to
What
like.
game though? This
I
is
don't
not a
remember the
children's
name.
game if you're making meth.
But it's sold in a place where you could like you.
Yeah, but you can
like
play
your
Grand
parents.
Theft Auto, or you
Maybe
you
it
can
is.
rape a baby in Grand Theft Auto.
No.
No, I don't know. I've never played.
That's
it.
not that one. That's
I've never
not the
played it.
game. Maybe I should
I've never
cut
played the
there
new
now.
one.
Huh?
I never played the new one.
The new one
I
might
heard
have that.
They upped the.
I don't watch
upped
it.
the ante.
I would rather have that than no wait. I would
You'd rather rape a baby?
I would never play any of those games. I don't play those games.
Why are they blowing her? Or blowing on her? Like that was.
What is
This guy needs
this?
to
What?
stop talking.
He's
a
this guy's
horrible
trying to
pig
Bogart on the
This
podcast.
is a physics podcast.
He's a horrible pig child.
This is gonna be the
I
podcast.
like uncapped.
This is the only interesting thing. Okay, it started recording me without me saying anything. Okay, this man literally. Yeah, exactly. Wait, is it recording? Wait, no. I've never seen anybody do this in my life. He just ruined a perfect dining experience. Hello, people. This is the podcast.
You want the bigger
We're
one
back.
or the smaller one?
This man, this gentleman,
Hold on.
literally just tore the top of my egg roll, which we bought from Jack in the Box.
Big
I
one.
don't, it doesn't matter.
I don't know why. He's saying it's he was trying to protect me from something.
You said you didn't eat ground meat.
I know what's in the egg roll. I've bought the egg roll before.
Alright, fine.
This egg roll now looks like it has a big bite taken out of it. I don't even know where did you put the knob, the top of it. It's not like you can't with your two hands you did this?
Yes, I don't have.
How did you manage to break it off like
Go
this?
with it. It's a crunchy thing. It breaks clean.
What possessed you
dick.
to think this was a possible thing I'd want you to do?
I don't know, dude.
Look at this. I wish you could see this, kids. Look at this egg roll. Shannon, please tell me this isn't weird to get an egg roll like this right now and start to eat it.
What's wrong?
He
just broke the tip off.
yes.
It's kind of like how Jewish people get their foreskin like cut off.
Exactly. What are you doing? You're circumcising my egg roll.
Suddenly you're against Judaism now? While you're championing it?
Where'd you put the rest? Where'd you put the top of it?
I ate it.
You ate the top of my
I didn't
egg.
know
You
what to
ate
do
it
with
too.
I didn't know what
You
else to do
ate
with it. I didn't want to put it back in. That would be even weirder.
Did you think this was weird at all when you were doing
Not
this whole
until you
time?
brought it up.
And this whole time you were telling me you were like trying to get me away from my egg roll, weren't you? You were saying get a cup, get some things there. Oh yeah, get some knife and fork when you weren't even probably going to use it.
I was doing this.
You
I
were
was
trying to make
doing
me
this.
get loose, like not see what's happening here. Oh man, this is awful. It literally looked like somebody bit my. Look at my.
I was
Look
at
at
the top.
this.
There was like no
I can't pay
filling.
for this.
It was just the crust.
That's the best part.
The filling is the best part, I would assume.
Who does that? It's like me getting fries, cutting off the top tips of all of them.
What is that
handing
drink?
them
A
to you.
chocolate shake?
Ladies and
Well,
gentlemen,
what is the stuff? Oh, that smells like breakfast. What time is it right
I
now?
apologize for this
3:24.
atrocious display of
All right,
food,
start time.
food circumcision.
There.
I have no
Brad's
idea.
log is. All right.
This
We're
is, I
starting
can't
with
deal
this?
with hardwood floors. Hardwood floor is overrated.
The McDonald's.
I can't even. And he ate it. And then he tried to play off like he was trying to protect me from
I don't
what.
know what to do. It was just,
It's like monsters are out there. Don't eat the top of the egg roll. It's like
it was just like a
it's
crispy
fairy
thing.
tale
I didn't
made
know
for
what, like,
kids.
I didn't want
It's
to put it back
good.
in.
You looked at my egg roll and you said that looks good, and you had to take
It's
it.
the meat. There's got to be meat in there. Like, what's the point? It's just.
Don't worry about my egg
Why
roll.
do you
You've done
charge-
enough.
Why do you
You've
charge
done
$2
enough.
for?
Oh snap! Did somebody knock?
No.
No, that's just the mug.
They charge $2 for one
It's
egg roll.
worth
and
it. It
has
was
no
worth
meat in
it. It's worth like $150 now.
I am sharp as a cobra when it comes to
Add seals up.
geographical my
Good.
sense of direction
What are you looking for?
sense of the surrounding is top notch, and we will get to the place. All right, well, here we go.
Glad tonight.
Okay, so here's the game. Again, it's not too complicated. Well, let me put it in proper widescreen too, so you can like see. So
In my
it's gonna be a
42
little
years
half
of life,
interactive, I guess. We're
I've
gonna
never
guess-
seen anybody do something like that.
Oh, I'm in an excellent.
Do what?
Excellent 69.
I've never seen anybody treat another person's fast food meal
It'll do.
like that.
I feel like something like that happens
So,
every time you guys buy
GeoGuessr
something for
and,
each other.
You just guess
I
where
don't
the
know how
hell
to
we are,
grab
yes.
this.
I don't-
This is
Hooks.
what?
It's cut in half
Hooks.
already.
Oh, this has got to be an American place.
What?
Okay, hang on.
Hang on. This is
I was having a hard
America.
time figuring
What
out
the
where
fuck?
this
No,
bun
this
and
is
that
America
bun
for sure.
like end and begin.
Hooks. You guys, you can't cheat. You can't cheat. Godfather's Pizza.
Why are you doing an Irish accent?
Come with a big swig.
Home of the big swig.
Oh, how'd you know
What
that?
is this?
What?
You know
that
what he
mean?
was gonna say. Oh,
It's right
It
up
says it
there.
right there.
Okay, the question is though, where in America is this?
Good fucking
Midwest or
question.
South?
You know, isn't it a little early to be like celebrating Christmas? I don't know. Maybe this is like
Yeah, those look like Midwest.
you know what the movie Babe taught me? You know the movie with the pig?
But the grass doesn't look
Is
Midwest.
that Christmas is never a thing
Well, it
in
might
America.
be.
Like some parts
Midwest
doesn't
is
have
a
snow.
really big
So
region.
it's,
I
so,
don't know.
like it's green all year. So this might be like Christmas in Babe
Well, like
town.
huts.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, like racing flag doesn't seem like a coastal
All right.
thing.
Well, so we're gonna. I need to extrapolate a little bit more. I mean, we'll play a long. Oh, free. What's
It's a
this?
weird.
Fishing bait.
have you guys ever
And
watched this
tackle. Oh
before?
my god! Just for me.
Not
Free-
this. But
Shannon, you seen this?
Free
No.
streusel dessert pizza.
Oh,
What?
can I have the other straw?
Hey, what is that?
Thanks.
No, I
For
want
what?
to see. Damn
The
it.
drink.
Is this? What is this?
God damn it.
What is he using?
Oops.
You just try
Oh,
the,
you know, we
the
can
object
totally
is to
cheat here.
guess. It just like
If
takes
I
you
look at
somewhere
the
random and
number
you have to
plates
guess
on
where
the
it
What-
is.
what is the
I would
map
know
he's
which
using?
state
Like
I'm
what?
in, right?
Just Google like
Mini streusel
whatever.
dessert pizza. Ooh, with the
Satellite.
purchase of a large single topping pizza.
This is
No,
one
you
of the
get like a
pictures like those
dessert
cars
pizza.
take.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how do they get it everywhere? How do they get this
This is
every
stupid
on
as I
every
get for
street?
stream, but I'm kind of in love
good
with it.
question. They just drive around every street.
There's a lot of road
I mean,
to
it is
cover.
America.
Yeah, I hire people to do that.
There's a lot.
I know.
I'm trying to jet. I'm traveling the world, baby. Alright, cool. Oh, is that a
Oh, we didn't
subway?
ask for sauce.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, 'cause we have a
This
bunch
is
of
definitely
them.
America. Whoa.
You want it?
Wait, if I can like
Breakfast sauce.
That's a good
Green
idea.
County. Isn't there like 100 Green counties?
That's
So
much
fuck.
fun.
Green County, Missouri. Green with an
It's
E
like
at the
the
end.
equivalent of being
Maybe.
named John Smith.
Might be Missouri.
Uh,
Because green.
it's definitely in the U.S. Yes.
I just noticed Missouri sounds like misery.
Really? Just noticed that.
I just noticed that. I feel
It's
sorry.
Green
for people.
County, somewhere in America.
That's
Uh,
Missouri, my bro. Unless there's multiple.
Can I guess
know?
Green County?
Because my friend went to
Target
jail
town.
there. I had to look up the Green County jail
What's
tracker
this? What's this?
to find them.
That's an interesting coincidence.
What?
Barbecue.
Happy-
I could find it in
Happy
3
Maddie's
seconds.
barbecue? Is that like a? It's not a pig?
You want sauce?
No, I want to see that.
What
Yeah,
kind?
sorry.
Breakfast salsa, Diablo.
What's it say?
All of
It's a
them.
barbecue place. Wait. Okay.
Mile.
Should we use Dell or Bell?
I'm gonna use,
Stick to it.
I got
One
my
of each.
barbecue shoes on.
but one for each different thing.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely.
This
I think it's a
YouTube?
pig. I can't
Should we
read
start
the
with
logo.
burritos
It's
or
like blurry,
tacos?
but
I was gonna
guys,
say
this is a
tacos.
really
Oh.
desolate place. This looks.
I want to guess what accent he has.
But that means I
Go
need
ahead.
He's got a slight accent.
Sauce.
slight.
Yeah. I'm gonna establish some rules while we're playing this.
He has a serious accent.
It's pretty-
He's not from the United States, dude.
Okay, here we go.
I'll put it up so you can hear.
Farmland. It's farmland. I'm gonna guess like. Look at this.
Because he's probably gonna fuck up because he's really bad at geography of that.
Because he's uneducated.
You're the unwary traveler, online traveler, and you've hacked upon the overrated, underrated podcast with
Are you
Speck.
still-
No, I'm
we're
starting a
gonna
new
go
one.
out and get
I know.
food.
I don't know. I feel like starting one. I'm just starting one. We could do one in the car. Maybe something will happen. Okay, I'm here with Shayan, Shannon. Micah's in the bedroom. We've got hamsters all
I
around
gotta
us.
pee, dude. No, he's in the bathroom.
That's
Yeah, wait for him
That's
to come.
Shannon, emptying his hugely oversized bladder.
Is it weird to sit down when you pee? I prefer that.
You've become Tokyoized.
Yeah,
Now you do it all the time. It's a
because
clean.
I don't have to wipe the seat afterwards.
See, now you've
And
learned.
wait, I'm thinking about how much toilet paper it wastes to wipe the seat, and then or you gotta put it up, but then like that's inconvenient for when you have to actually.
It's clean. It's just.
I don't
Well,
like-
I wouldn't care about at my house. I sit down. Even
Yeah.
still, it's become like a habit.
Food. What is our food plan?
I am not. So it's you,
I'll
all you
discuss
guys.
with What is our food plan? Are we going all out, or are we gonna do a?
I mean, we haven't eaten
Shayan can eat copious amounts of food without getting fat. It's uncanny.
Shayan doesn't eat.
Shayan eats a ton of food. I've seen him eat like whole like 2 meals, like combos.
Yeah, but that's like all he eats that day.
Why is the sound of urine so loud from that bathroom? This is Shayan urinating.
It's not that one.
It's a little deeper. It's a little lower in pitch, I would say. Yours was a blast. Yours was a Baja blast. I recorded you urinating in the bathroom. So
That's
now
a
I'm recording
blast.
Shayan. Now I'm recording Shayan going. Wait, I should tweet this. Okay, the overrated underrated podcast is going on the road.
On the road.
Oh jeez.
Adventures
jail.
in La Puente.
So where are we going?
Jail.
If you take those guns, you will. We should go like this and whack man. Whack
No, but
man.
there's no ammo, so.
Oh yeah, try explaining that.
You
Try
don't have to,
explaining
you
that
can
to
show
the
them.
La Puente authorities.
You can show them.
Oh yeah, do that too.
Look, nothing's gonna come out if I pull the trigger at you.
What
By
are they
then
gonna
You
do?
know Shannon would probably get away with that though. I think both of you guys.
Anyway, where are we gonna go today? Are we gonna
What's
This
go?
is your usual eating time.
Everything.
2.
No, we went to
30.
last time. I think.
Oh, wait. We need to get the chicken things that the guy was talking about.
What chicken?
Croft.
Chicken McGriddles?
Oh, yeah.
Death grips. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. We'll get
They're
one
probably
just in
gonna-
case it's shitty.
It will be
Let's try to-
shitty.
You did finally get that Persian classical music tape I gave you, or CD, whatever, right?
Did you?
I don't know.
I think you did.
I
another
tried to
one.
give it to you like
It was
3
like a
times.
mixed CD. Right?
Why did you
No.
Lad's log?
No,
You didn't write down anything.
That's because we haven't done anything yet. There's nothing to write in the log.
Just wasting my fancy note paper.
It's a lad's log, man.
Let's go.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Your chocolate?
I have to lock the door, I guess. No?
No.
No locking?
It's a gated neighborhood.
Guys, we're moving too fast. Alright, we're on the road. The overrated, underrated podcast is. Wait, you do have another. What are you talking the MR2 for?
Huh?
Why was that even an issue when you had this car?
That's not. I mean, the whole point of
Oh my gosh.
explaining some hot road.
Alright, we're in the. What is this, a Toyota Tercel? Jesus, Shannon, you need this much room?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Don't have Tercel.
Alright. Is this. Wait, what kind of car is this?
Corolla. Tercels have been
Oh, Toyota
around
Corolla.
for like
Nice.
decades.
On the road. overrated,
Willie Nelson
underrated.
on the road again.
Oh,
But yeah,
no,
we need Eurobeef for. Huh?
Dad fixed this seat. It was much higher up before.
Who was sitting there that was so big?
Michael's dad.
Is he big?
He's a
Yeah.
fat guy.
He's pretty.
Oh, he's fat?
He's a big fat.
Finally, another fatty I can relate to.
Oh shit, where's the iPhone? It's not in here. Oh shit.
Wait, where were you going with Michael's dad?
I wasn't. She'd just been driving this car because her catalytic converter got stolen.
Wait, that's a real
I
thing.
hope they don't steal.
Wait,
my
what?
Converter.
Yeah, somebody just like sawed it out, took it, and then.
What, here? Is it in this parking lot?
No, not here. It was like in like Calabasas.
No, I'm really worried. Okay.
In
What?
Calabasas.
It didn't get stolen here, but in
Nothing
Calabasas.
happened to any car here, but in Calabasas, cats got stolen.
That's insane. What kind of car does she
This is
have?
fun to drive. Like this is.
This is fun to drive. I love this car. Look at this. Punch it. Wow, look at the
Sucks
speed.
Ass.
Look at the speed right now.
MR2, we get some
Going like
nice
30.
Euro V. We get the.
I hope that doesn't mess around though. Why do you? I don't like those trees for. Here's a overrated thing. The trees for refresheners. There's so many other things. Why use a tree? You know why they use a tree, right? Because it was you're supposed to slowly take it off the wrapper,
And it
gradually. Well, so you don't waste
Nobody
all.
does that.
I know nobody does
Nobody does
that,
that.
but it's become a thing where everybody has trees.
Well, I think the original was because it was pine scented.
Oh,
They made
okay.
a pine tree.
All right.
And then they made various. I like black ice because it smells.
What does it smell like? Does
I
it actually
don't
work?
know, it's
I don't
weird.
think those things work for more than a day.
Well, yeah, if you do it. This
Everything
way,
is
no.
like that.
Oh, hello! It's a Honda CRX, the deadliest car.
The CRX had a weird glass thing for its back thing.
Yeah, the hatchback.
That's so weird, right?
Why?
It's weird. No, the other car has that. I actually remember like having to
RX-7.
be in that space.
Let's go. Let's go behind him.
I was crouched in the
In the
back of
back.
one of those things, and I actually had to use that thing as a window.
I mean, we're not doing Del Taco.
I'm
we
not
can do
doing
Del
Del Taco. I mean, you guys can get whatever you want.
I don't.
It's bad.
Ross.
I
Is
don't-
Ross
I don't
open
even
at
want
1-8 240? It's 241.
I'm 41 years old.
Yeah.
Is Ross open?
I'm from friends.
Do you guys shop at Ross? Marshalls? TJ
Murphy's.
Maxx?
I'm a Mervyn's.
Mervyn's? There's no Mervyn's anywhere.
They don't look open.
I miss Montgomery Ward. Wow, this is a big.
Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh shit! There's someone.
Why are there so many Burlington Coke factories in
there?
LA? Even one is too many.
I didn't even know they existed.
There's like
What are we
3.
getting?
The
One chicken McGriddle.
Okay.
And, anything else?
Put the griddle on the
Oh,
griddle.
yeah. Is there anything else we
3
need?
people, 1 chicken.
We're getting one sandwich?
Hi.
Do you want anything?
Is breakfast still served? Oh yeah, it says all day. My bad.
Idiot.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
Jerk. Shut up. Indecisive.
I don't even see it.
Do they not have it?
Is there such thing as a
Black.
chicken McGriddle?
Girls bun.
No. Okay, I don't.
I mean, if you want, I could charge you the McGriddle and the McChicken on the side, and I'll just make it for you if you want.
By himself? Can you do
No.
that? There's nobody's.
Nah, it's okay. I just thought it was a thing for some reason. I guess.
Put the griddle on the griddle.
What do you want then?
No, just get a sausage and egg McGriddle then.
Can we get a sausage and egg McGriddle then?
Okay.
Why is everybody getting
And,
McGriddles? Why do you like
It's a meme. It was the food review.
Can I
Seriously?
get 1 quarter pounder with cheese as well?
Okay.
And that's it.
Sausage egg McGriddle and a quarter. Second one over, so okay?
All right, thank you.
no quarter? Did you say
I want
no
it
quarter?
I don't know why.
He said drawn in quarter. He's gonna kill us.
Oh, nice.
Bitches.
Wait.
Second one then.
I'm second there.
I'd like to say that McDonald's is really testing humanity by putting those 2 drive-thrus in places.
Well,
'cause
that's
they-
for daytime, like when
yeah,
they
but
have
they're
enough
really
employees.
testing, like, because I'm surprised more people haven't gotten killed in those things.
What do you mean?
Well, because there's no rules there. Like, we're just hoping that people act civilly towards
What are you
each other.
talking about?
The 2 drive-thrus.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Well,
the
I
2
mean,
drive,
no
because
one
like
has-
I've definitely
Hi.
like people have told
Here you
me
go.
off, like, because I was one in front of them and they thought it was like it wasn't my right, because the thing was like I finished my order
Yeah,
earlier.
whoever finishes first goes. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
not order.
yeah. See, they were there
Frank
first.
Torpedo, look at that. Bang
I
bang.
don't know. I
or
think
love
that's
for money?
really, is that copyrighted in any way?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably.
Not. No one gives a shit about these old ass copyrights.
Play in, well, I don't know.
What? Let's do.
Oh, but for
Thank you.
copyright after I think like 10 years, you can do whatever.
No, it's like 70 years.
Now you're just making up
Is it?
laws.
That's it's enough.
Oh man, all right.